Hi, everybody. This is Donna Anderson, author of Lovefraud.com. And I'm here today with Liane Leedom, who is a psychiatrist and a professor of counseling and psychology at the University of Bridgeport. And she is going to be presenting a training program, skills training program, which is called Skills Training for Recovery from Abuse, Gaslighting, and Toxic Stress. And the program has 4 different modules. And today we're talking about the third module, which is strategies for reducing emotional stress and vulnerability. So welcome, Dr. Leedom.
Okay.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. So my first question is, how does being involved with a sociopath, psychopath, or narcissist affect survivors emotionally?
Oh boy. I think by the time survivors get to us, no, I think you'll agree there's stages of this. Um, so I'm going to say by the time they get to us, they're at the stage where they realize that something is wrong, that this isn't normal. This isn't normal. And they've found us because maybe they've done an internet search or someone they know has recommended this website. And when people are at that stage, they're not yet at acceptance.
Mhm.
And so last time we talked about dialectics, which are opposite truths that have to be negotiated at the same time in recovery. And one of the main truths that this skills program targets is the idea of acceptance versus change. And so survivors have to both accept and change. Some of the skills we're going to be practicing are acceptance skills, like the distress tolerance skills are acceptance skills. The emotion regulation skills are change skills. Targeting emotions to change them so that people can function better. And so to get back to your question of what why do survivors need this? The the betrayal and the mind games, once the survivor discovers them, cause anger, um, fear, sadness, and those states of mind interfere with the survivor being able to be effective in getting themselves their lives back together and getting themselves out of the relationship if that's what they choose, and also interfere with themselves, um, working with attorneys that they might need to work with depending on their situation. So we're talking about strategies to change our emotional reactions. And so the combination of distress tolerance, acceptance of emotions, and also these emotional change strategies is so important. And if can you give me a couple minutes to give you an example?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this person lately because I've seen a number of survivors that have this, and this is a person that I saw in my practice before I even knew a lot about what we're discussing. But I think that she is emblematic of what happens to people because I've seen her story repeat itself over and over again. This woman um, found herself the victim of a pathological person. She had 4 children, and this person was always doing things to put her off balance and to cause her to be emotionally reactive. And then when she would react, he would say to everyone, "See, she's crazy."
Yeah.
And it went so far as this woman got arrested
Mm.
because she became so dysregulated. And I have seen people who were victims. They are victims of abuse get arrested because of their emotion dysregulation. It's been a repeated theme in people that have talked to me, and I want to say to anyone on that's hearing this, if that's you, it's tough. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Know that this is common. Know that it's happened to other people. Um, so we want to help them get control of their emotional responses so that they don't get arrested and so they don't act in a way that's going to make it look like this disordered person's words about them are true.
Right, because they're always saying, "Oh, they're crazy," they're mental,
Right.
they need to be in therapy or on medication. So you want to not give them fuel for that fire.
Exactly. And people tell me, "Oh, I know I have to do that, but I can't do it. How do I do it? How do I do it?" So we're going to be talking about strategies that have to be practiced. It's not that I'm not painting this as an easy journey, but I am painting it as strategies to use to get yourself where you want to be.
So one of the things that we'll be talking about is the skill of being able to describe emotions. So why is that important?
Because studies show that one key to emotion regulation is to distance yourself a little bit from your emotion, to have the ability to step back and instead of saying, I'm angry, um, let's see, when you say I'm angry, it's like your anger has taken you over and you're not Jane or Joe anymore. Your anger. Um, to step back and to instead say, anger is arising within me, and know that that anger has a source and it's the behavior of the disordered person, and that anger doesn't have to become part of what you are and who you are. So describing, okay, my anger, I feel it in my stomach, I feel it in my chest, this is the situation that triggered it. um, and also learning to watch it, because when people are in the midst of anger, sadness, or fear, they feel, when it's taken over their minds, they feel that that state's going to last indefinitely.
Mm.
And so to practice watching it, because when you practice watching it, you notice that, hey, no, tomorrow morning, if I have myself go to sleep, if I can calm myself down or go for a run or whatever, tomorrow morning, this is not going to feel level 10 intensity. So to learn to watch it come and go, it will help people over time to take it in stride, rather than being overcome by these very strong emotions.
Okay.
And also, you know, to, it's not just negative emotions. As people are in the early stages of understanding what they're dealing with, the, coming to grips with the love they still feel for this person that's been so harmful and abusive, and describing that love arises within me because this person does things that provoke love. And so then also describing is about seeing that these emotions don't just come out of the blue. They're caused by something. And if they're caused by something, they can be uncaused.
Okay. And this particular program has 4 sessions, 4 different class periods. So the last one you'll be talking about accumulating positive emotions. So why is that important?
Because we are working on having a meaningful life after this experience. And people think that their life is over. And
Mm,
often people are dealing with, oh, just, I mean, you've seen it also, just so many things: loss of friends, loss of home, loss of job, loss of income, loss of children, all these losses. And in the midst of all those losses, how do you pick up and go forward? Doing that is about not just down regulating negative emotional states, but up regulating, having more positive emotional states. And just like those negative emotional states are caused, positive emotional states are caused. So people can learn to know what causes them to have positive emotional states. It might not be the same for them as it is for me, but we'll take a look
mhm.
at some patterns, and people can start a habit or continue the habit of of provoking positive emotions in themselves every day. That's a strong, strong way to recover and also to combat the gaslighting.
Okay. Well, this is going to be such an important program, and I'm so grateful to you, Dr. Leedom, for putting it together. And so I look forward to starting it off. So thank you very much.
Yeah, me too. And I look forward to meeting everyone who's going to attend.